On your mind?
Have there been any reporters asking about me?
Not a one. And the only people that I've seen out there are the regular hospital staff and
a formal warrant will be sworn today with your name on it. You want to talk about a media circus? You're about to be arrested for felony drunk driving and reckless endangerment, Miss Howard.
Shouldn't you advise me of my rights?
I'm the DA. Technically, I can't arrest you. And I certainly don't want your legal counsel jumping all over me because I questioned you without an attorney present, so I would be very careful about what you say.
Oh, I always am, Mr. Lansing.
Mr. Lansing?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah, when someone threatens to put me in jail, they stop being a casual acquaintance.
No, it's just that Mr. Lansing is my father, but not to you, of course.
Why are you here?
Morbid curiosity. You seem to be caught in between my sadistic, controlling father and my volatile, psychotic, equally controlling brother. The last woman who was in that position was my mother, whom I never knew. So I keep wondering, maybe you share the same traits as she had, or is your life just about to be ruined because you had the bad luck of being in the wrong place at the wrong time?
I'm nothing like your mother. I actually seem to be associated with all the people you hate most in the world. In my own defense, I didn't know that Trevor and Sonny hated each other. I didn't even realize they had met, let alone shared such an unfortunate history.
So I guess the answer to the question is wrong place, wrong time. It's too bad.
You know, when we first met, I probably seemed a bit arrogant.
A bit.
I sometimes have that effect on people, and I usually don't care, but this was a mistake that I deeply regret, one of many. It was wrong of me to drive recklessly and not stop when I hit that parked police car a few weeks ago, and I take full responsibility. But Rick, I swear to you, on my life, I was not driving drunk last night. I have every reason to believe that I was drugged, probably by your father. And I will help you in any way that I can to investigate him. You know your father. Would you at least consider the possibility that I'm innocent?
It's actually more than a possibility. Okay, Rick, it's pretty obvious at this point that Trevor framed Kate. Now look, all I'm saying to you, this is your chance of a lifetime. You can stop your father from destroying another innocent woman. Kate had nothing to do with what went on between us. She had no idea what kind of man Trevor was any more than Adela did when she got involved with him.
Oh, here we go. So he gets to play the mother card.
Okay, hold on. You're the one who tore up your life trying to avenge your mother. And for what? She's dead. There's nothing we can do to change that. But hey, Kate is a different story. You can get her out of this trap that Trevor set for her.
You know what? The one thing that I can count on with you, son, is one thing. Is that you'll treat me like a brother. Excuse me. Correction. You'll treat me like a human being. When you want something from me.
Well, that could have come better.
Whatever happens, I'm going to get you out of this.
I am going to be with you when the police arrive. Now, they're going to want to take you down to the PCPD in a squad car, but I'm going to request that you be allowed to turn yourself in.
Will they let us do that?
We can try, but they may insist otherwise.
I'm going with her, Diane.
No.
Yes.
You are going to meet us there, because the only thing worse than Kate Howard being arrested is Kate Howard being arrested with Sonny Corinthos at her side. I will stay with Kate. I will make sure that she is all right. Now, when we get down to the station, you're going to be booked. There's a whole process. Fingerprints, mugshots.
I remember. Probably gets easier the second time, right?
It's a piece of cake.
Does anyone else get the irony here? In my business in publishing, it is survival of the fittest. I can't tell you how many people I've hurt to get where I'm at, and I had no choice. It was either them or me, and there were probably only two people in the world that I could trust on. lean on, confide in. And now one of them wants to destroy me. I'd laugh if it weren't so infuriating.
You know what? I'm sure that Trevor helped you out a little bit, but I know that you did it on your own. You know why? Because you're a fighter, I know that. You just gotta come out swinging. And you know what else? I believe in you.
Kate Howard? Yeah, we're here.
I do?
We have a warrant for your arrest. You have the right to remain silent. If you choose to waive that right, anything you say could be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to have an attorney present now and during questioning.
My attorney's here.
Well, that's good, because if you didn't, one would be assigned to you. You understand these rights as I've read them to you?
I do.
Cadet Barrett. Sonny, you might want to leave by a different exit. The press is already here. If you two leave together, it might make things worse.
Well, that's up to you, isn't it? It's up to Kate.
Sonny, you should probably meet me there. It's really best for both of us.
It's bad enough that my client has been framed. Do you really need to perp walk her through that zoo out there?
Nurse, what did Kate Howard have for breakfast today?
I'm a doctor, and what any patient has for breakfast is none of your business.
So you're saying she's anorexic?
I said no such thing.
Is Miss Howard heavily sedated? Is she hysterical?
What will she be wearing when she's arrested?
She'll probably be wearing clothes. Let's go.
Are the police here yet?
Has she called any of her friends up in Manhattan?
Will Kate be entering rehab before the hearing? What the hell is going on?
We have a critical patient arriving, and this is for your safety. You need to keep this access clear.
There's Kate Howard.
We're blocked. Let's get to the other elevator.
Trying to get the charges reduced, but your blood alcohol level was well over the legal limit. You were drugged. I know. And I believe you. But we have absolutely no proof. We could not recover the iced tea glass to test it, and my research hasn't come up with any drug currently on the market that mimics alcohol intoxication.
Trevor Lansing has astonishing connections. He could easily come across something that hasn't been even FDA approved yet.
I don't doubt it. But if I trot out some conspiracy theory where you are somehow slipped some top secret drug, we're going to be laughed out of court.
Diane, what is the best case scenario?
All right. Well, we have to remember that this is Kate's third reckless driving incident. Now, there were no blood alcohol tests in the first two because they were hit and run. So there is going to be a presumption that she was driving drunk in both of those cases as well.
Okay, that's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
Let Diane finish, please. Because we got to figure out how we're going to deal with this.
Best case scenario, a plea bargain. But that's going to depend on Rick Lansing.
Isn't this a new adventure, Miss Howard?
How far do you plan to let this go?
Well, things have taken on their own momentum. They're beyond my control.
Nothing is ever beyond your control, Trevor.
Your blood alcohol level is a public fact. If I were to intervene now, that would be unethical. You had a nice career, Kate. And you were terrific at it.
I always knew you were a bastard. I just never realized how deeply insecure you are.
You know what really breaks my heart? You were a woman who made smart choices. But to turn against me in favor of this punk, Sonny Corinthos? Go figure. You deserve what you get.